Hello and welcome back for more Temur Cube. I'm slowly getting the hang of this format and I'm figuring things out. Hopefully this one also goes well and I get another trophy. Cards that I'm considering. I've done a bunch of lands decks, so while Courser and Scoot Swarm are cool, I'd be happy to play with them. It's not something I want to first pick. Snapcaster Mage is a good one. Not sure how much there is really a deck for it. Mystic Confluence also good. Omniscience, not something you first pick maybe, but actually, maybe just pick Omniscience and see what we can do with it. Yeah, I'll take Omniscience. Probably not correct, but I'll take it. We'll see. We'll see where this ends up. Then there's some stuff for the lands deck, some beatdown stuff, counterspell. I'll just take Preordain. I'm probably going to end up in some combo deck if I'm trying to play Omniscience, so Preordain it is. Ooh, there's Brain Freeze, Jace, Show and Tell. Well, I gotta take Show and Tell, I think. Show and Tell often is a trap, but Show and Telling in an Omniscience, it's kind of the dream. So I think I do want to take this. It's a way to cheat in Omniscience, and I'm down for that. Yeah, Jace would be fine. Brain Freeze, I just came off of an awesome Breach Storm deck, and I'm not really down for another one, so I'll take Show and Tell. Now what? Fires of Invention. I mean, if I can ramp a lot, then this could be good. It's sort of a Omniscience, well, quite different, but sort of. The only downside to Fires is that if I do play Fires, I can only play 2 spells each turn. So that is not great. Other cards I could consider are Mana War, Seagate Oracle to draw cards or buy time. I think I'm gonna take Fires, and maybe if Omniscience doesn't pan out, I can still play the Fires deck. No, maybe I'm just better off sticking to blue, sticking Seagate. The two are just kind of opposites. They sort of work well together, but sort of don't. I could take Rite of Flame to try and ramp out Omniscience, or just take Force. It's a good blue card. It can help me survive to, I don't know, however I'm going to put Omniscience into play. Right now, Show and Tell looks like the best thing. Let's take Force. Ooh, Time Warp. Time Warp seems great with Omniscience, and just another way to buy time and do maybe busted stuff. Maybe we can wheel Eternal Witness and do Eternal Witness Time Warp things. I'll take that. Dig Through Time, Crop Rotation, Burning Tree, Bonus Round. I mean, Bonus Round is a way to make a bunch of mana, but it is more stormy, and I don't think this deck is necessarily Storm. Thassa's Intervention. Look at the top X cards. So this is both a counterspell as well as a way to draw cards. Maybe that's what I want. Yeah, I think so. It's nice to have a mix of 2 different things. Sai, Saheeli, or Gifts Ungiven. Not sure I like Gift. It's just hard to get good gift piles, maybe. Maybe if I get it early enough, I can build around it. Otherwise, I take Saheeli. Not a bad one. Maybe take Saheeli. One of the other things that I'm sort of interested in is maybe Nykthos, and then Saheeli's better. I think Gift is just too much trouble to make work. Now what? Scoot Swarm, Aether Gust, or just Coiling Oracle. I actually like Aether Gust, and I'm not sure if I want to dip into a second color for Coiling Oracle. I'll take the Aether Gust. And then Talrand, Edge of Autumn, Waterlodged Grove. Probably just take Talrand, and then maybe we move into some sort of mono blue deck. Sort of the Animist, Collector Oof, or some elves. Let's take the Sword. And then there's Fire still. Now I'll take it. Maybe we still end up in a Fires deck. I don't know. Fire is an instance, not a great combo. Whirler Rogue or Rite of Flame. Maybe Whirler Rogue is better than Rite of Flame. I think I just want to try and maybe be mono blue. Find maybe a Nykthos or get enough artifacts and do something with that. We'll see. We'll see where we end up. Bushwhacker. Well, I'll take Scrib Ranger. Probably not play any of these. And Crop Rotation. If we do end up with that Nykthos, then maybe. Now what? Cloud of Fairies, Coalition Relic, Worn Power Stone, Teferi, Genesis Ultimatum. Genesis Ultimatum is another way to put Omniscience into play. But then again, I'm resolving a 7 mana spell at that point. So maybe I don't really need that much more. I think I'm going to take Coalition Relic. That's a pretty good ramp spell. If this Genesis Ultimatum wheels, then I might take it then. Yeah, I'll take the Relic. Grim Monolith. That's another way to ramp, so let's take the Monolith. Sneak Attack, also interesting, but not for this deck. I also need to have enough stuff to do once I get Omniscience in play. If I get Omniscience in play and have nothing to do with it, then ooh, Underworld Breach. Yeah, that's a card I do think is super busted, but if you like this, then check my other videos. I have 2 draft videos with Underworld Breach. I'm not doing it again. Song of Creation, also an interesting card. Garruk is also kind of interesting. It does mean I'm going into another color, Garruk Lotus Veil could be a thing. Lotus Veil in general could still be a thing. Or take Everflowing Chalice. I'm not sure if Everflowing Chalice is going to get me to Omniscience. Maybe I should just dip into green and be blue-green. Take Garruk, maybe look to wield this Lotus Veil or a Lotus Field. Yeah, I'll take Garruk. Now what? Plow Under. Well, Plow Under is going to destroy me, that's for sure. I think I just take Tamiyo. That's a reasonable card. Antiquities War, Sower of Temptation, Control Magic. I think I take Control Magic. And then maybe wheel Hinterland Harbor. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm not sure about green or red. Let's just put these to the side. Garruk may be a little bit of a wasted pick, but I'm not sure if mono blue can consistently get Omniscience down. I guess we'll see. Emrakul the Eon's Thorn, Deadeye Navigator, or Fact or Fiction, or Regrowth. Yeah, if I had picked up that Gifts, but the Eternal Witness also never came back. Spellseeker right now isn't great. Maybe just take Emrakul, and then Emrakul Omniscience is a thing, and Emrakul Show and Tell is also not bad. Show and Tell usually a trap in Vintage Cube, but maybe it's just reasonable here. Spellseeker would mostly be good to get High Tide, but I don't have that yet, so I'll take Emrakul. It's a little bit all in, but we'll see. I'm not sure if Mystical Tutor is in this cube. Feels like it should be. Now what? Upheaval or Lotus Field? Upheaval is an interesting one, but I kind of want to take the Lotus Field. It's another way to get ahead on mana. Maybe Garruk does make it in. Yeah, and then Upheaval, I already have enough big spells. Let's take the Lotus Field. Now what? Pact of Negation, Memory Jar, Evacuation. Kind of like Pact, but I also not sure about it. Memory Jar is a way to draw a bunch of extra cards. Evacuation is a way to kind of reset the board. I think maybe I need Evacuation more. And then Cloud of Fairies or Teferi. I think I'm taking the Cloud of Fairies. I do like Teferi also, but Cloud of Fairies, Lotus Field is a way to cheat on mana. Maybe we can still get like a Nykthos and go nuts that way. Disallow or Looter. Maybe I just take Disallow, give myself a little bit more control. Looter is not bad, but I can do without. Underworld Breach is still there. Wow. No one is drafting this deck. No one is respecting it. Song of Creation with Omniscience is kind of cool also, but I might just deck myself. Let's take Lotus Veil, and that makes Cloud of Fairies quite good. I think I now want to play Garruk, so I'll be on the lookout for something with that works with that. Forbid is nice, but I think I'd rather have the cheaper card. I'm lacking those. And this also bounces something on the board. Yeah, none of these cards really matter. I'll take the Storm Tamer. 1000-Year Storm, probably not. Let's just take the Blast Zone. It could do something, especially if I end up playing Crop Rotation. Temur Battle Rage. A little bit awkward to be splashing double green, but right now it sort of makes sense. Ooh, Maelstrom Wanderer. That is quite a powerful card. I think... No, I also have a bunch of counterspells, so I can't really take that. Then Mox Diamond, I do like, but I don't know if I can discard a bunch of lands. Let's just take the Prismatic Vista to fix my mana. Yeah, I'll take Maelstrom Wanderer some other time and go nuts with it. Now what? Champion of Wits. Yeah, this is not an exciting pack for me. Guess I just take the Champion. It's a reasonable mid-game card. Yeah, Champion it is. Now what? Misty Rainforest, Ramanap Excavator, or Urza. I feel like Urza is another way to potentially get Omniscience into play, so maybe I should take that. Misty's not bad either. Ramanap is nice with Lotus Field and Lotus Veil, but I think I'll just take Urza. Mind's Desire. I could just play Mind's Desire as a random card that can maybe find me Omniscience, or maybe hit me Emrakul. I don't really have too much that works with this. Let's just try it. Maybe we get insanely lucky. Who knows? Chromox, Noxious Revival. Urza does shuffle, right? Yeah, it does. Otherwise, that would be an easy way to cheat in Omniscience. Mind's Desire also shuffles. Just take Chromox, I think. High Tide. I don't have much to go with this. If I get 6 lands and then High Tide, maybe. But then I'm not mono green anymore. I mean, what else am I taking? I'll take High Tide still. Maybe just not play it, or maybe just give up on this dream to play with green. I mean, Lotus Field, Lotus Veil, and High Tide doesn't look like a great combination. And I think Lotus Field, Lotus Veil with Cloud of Fairies and Garruk is maybe still a little bit better. Didn't quite get there on the untappers. I might also be a little bit low on card draw, but we'll see. Ooh, Aminatu's Augury. I was just thinking about that card. That seems, it's kind of the plan, right? Palinchron would also be great, but this card can put in Omniscience and a bunch of other stuff. I do need to survive to get to 8 mana. Like Expedition Map also, but I'll take this Aminatu's. Mindbreak Trap, Metamorphose, Life from the Loam, or just a Botanical Sanctum. Maybe I take the loam here, actually. I have some ways to discard cards, I think, and then also just buy back some of these lands. Yeah, I'll take loam. I'm not super sure about it, but it does look okay. Yeah, this is a weird one. Don't think High Tide is going to make it. Treasure Cruise or Gamble. Maelstrom Wanderer is still here? Why is that still here? That card still seems insane to me. But I think I need Treasure Cruise more. Sort of decent synergy with Lotus Field and Lotus Veil, and I can use some card draw for once I have Omniscience going. I'm sad that Flood of Tears is not in this cube. That is an awesome card. I actually got that to work one time in like core set cube draft, and it was awesome. I had Omniscience, I had Flood of Tears, so I could put it in. I had Agent of Treachery and like an Archaeomancer, so I could just continue looping it and putting in Omniscience, putting in all my stuff, stealing their lands, and then just stealing everything they had. That was great. Ooh, Grove Spiral, Ramanap Excavator, or Mystical Dispute. Mystical Dispute is good, but Ramanap does give me a little bit of synergy with the Lotus Field and the Lotus Veil. Continue making my land drops. I'll take that. Tezzeret, probably not making it, even though, maybe it does. Who knows? I'll take Ensole. I'm a little bit light on artifacts, but I do have Coalition Relic and Grim Monolith. And that is a way to... Ooh, Palinchron still. I was going to say, that is a way to generate a bunch of mana. I need to add some lands. Want a bunch of green ones, but mostly blue, I think. This way, I have 7 green sources. Yeah, this looks fine. I have like 7 green sources, not counting the Lotus Field and the Lotus Veil. A bunch more blue, so that's fine. Then, what do I cut? Probably Whirler Rogue. Probably Talrand, Tezzeret, and what else? There's a bunch of stuff to the side that's not even showing. So I still need to make a bunch more cuts. Insubstantiate is weak. Ether Gust, I think is better than Disallow. Force, I'm just going to put in the side. If I play against some broken decks, I can bring it in. It's not as universally good as it is in Vintage Cube. Evacuation, against some decks it will be fine. Against others, it's kind of weak. And then what else? Sword. Don't have that many creatures, so let's take that out. Saheeli can go, and anything else. Chromox is probably fine. Don't have the raw card advantage to maybe support it. Could take out the Mind's Desire, but I feel like trying to get lucky maybe sometime. And I do have a bunch of good hits. Maybe actually I just want to take out the Thassa's Intervention. Counterspells are bad hits. Yeah, I think I'm going to try this. I'm really not sure how to evaluate this deck, but I guess we'll find out. Round 1, we do have Show and Tell and a Crop Rotation and a Chromox, but we don't have anything to Show and Tell in. Would be kind of perfect to start the draft with Show and Tell Emrakul, but I guess not. Let's mull. This looks fine. I guess we keep this, put away the Champion, and just preordain into Relic and then play Tamiyo. Opponent starts on a forest, but nothing. More lands. Not what we need. Garruk. I guess Garruk is fine to draw. And then just pass. They play a forest. Fauna Shaman. Fauna Shaman is good, but it's also a little bit slower. It's not like Survival where you can just keep chaining. It's going to cost them a mana now. And then, yeah, they're not even using it. Uro. I think Uro is actually a nice one to discard the Fauna Shaman. They still get the Shaman now if they want. They don't do anything. Oh, they attack even. Sure. And then there's Omniscience. We're still far away from that, but maybe. Play this. Don't forget to charge it. Actually, I'm just going to charge it as soon as I get the chance. Otherwise, I just end up forgetting. Courser of Kruvix. Well, I'm just going to charge them a relic and then let them do whatever they want. Ooh, Imoti, Celebrant of Bounty. So everything with 6 or up has Cascade. Then Misty, so they can fetch it away if they want. We'll see if they want to. They go attacking. So we're down to 16. Lotus Veil. That's actually a pretty good one to draw. So let's make green. Then let's play the Lotus Veil. Sack these 2. Then I get to play Garruk. Hopefully they don't have a counter for this. Looks like they don't. Untap my lands. Alright, kind of doing it. And then I get to play Tamiyo. And next turn I get to maybe even play Omniscience. I think so. And then I'm going to use this to tap their Courser. That doesn't untap. Maybe I should have just tapped the Fauna Shaman. Yeah, now they can maybe search for an Acidic Slime and then I'm in trouble. Yeah, that is probably a mistake. If they have an Acidic Slime, I could be in trouble. I mean, I'd still have 2 active Planeswalkers, but losing my Lotusville land. Ooh, Genesis Wave. Opponent is going deep. They fetch. I really hope they don't find an Acidic Slime. They do shock. Hopefully they just cast their Cascade creature. This is 4 mana. 5 mana. Okay, that's the Cascade creature, but they're gonna cast into a Worldly Tutor, so That I don't mind as much. I mean, even if we get Omniscience into play, maybe that's not even that good because we don't have anything to do with it right now. We'll see what they worldly tutor for. Beast Whisper. Alright, let's put a charge counter on this. So we're just playing the value game. And to get to attack, I can also just draw cards with Tamiyo if I want. We'll see if I want to. Yeah, they're attacking Garruk. Sure. And then let's make blue mana. I get to play a land. So let's make blue. So I have 5. And I untap this and this. And yeah, I get to cast Omniscience. I mean, I think I'm just going to minus Tamiyo, choose them, draw some cards. Not the greatest. Cast this with Omniscience. And then I'm going to cast this with Omniscience. I get 2 triggers. Island, and another land. Well, that was underwhelming, but I guess we do have an Omniscience in play still. Our opponent must also be thinking, wow, that was the best they could do when they had Omniscience in play. They have a Beast Whisperer on top. Do they want a Fauna Shaman? I'm just hoping that they don't activate Fauna Shaman for some sort of Reclamation Sage or whatever. That would be underwhelming. Almost as underwhelming as our recent turn. There's Genesis Wave on top. But yeah, that was not great. What is this? 6 mana. The Great Henge. They get the Cascade into Genesis Wave. Doesn't do anything. The downside is they're gonna get to kill Tamiyo, which I guess is my best way to draw more cards. And now I'm living off the top of my deck. I got Omniscience in play, so I got that part down, but I need to find something to actually do with it. Let's see, I hope they try and kill Garruk, but they don't really have a reason to do so. Okay, that's going at Tamiyo. This is going at Garruk, and this is also going at Garruk. Well, I'm just gonna block the thing that's going at Tamiyo. Tamiyo can draw me more cards, and that's gonna be more relevant than anything else, really. Ooh, Time Warp. I like Time Warp. So let's draw 2. Seagate Oracle. Not that impressive. Let's cast it. See what we find. Just looking for Emrakul or something like that. We have some big stuff in there. I at least get to draw. Yeah, at least get the Time Warp, and then I get to use Tamiyo to tap their Fauna Shaman and keep it tapped. Ooh, Control Magic. Let's take the Control Magic, and then let's cast this to steal their Courser. Life from the Loam is on top. Not a very good one. So I guess I just Time Warp then. Yeah, Life from the Loam is not a good one. Time Warp is quite decent. Play a Forest. Gain a life. This is an interesting game. This is not normally what happens when someone plays Omniscience, but I guess I had infinite mana anyway, so I'm not sure what else I'm really accomplishing. Ooh, Champion of Wit. Keep their Fauna Shaman tapped. And do I just cast Life from the Loam? I guess I do. And then I can just mill the champion and I will have the mana to eternalize it. I guess that's something. Just attack with both, or do I keep the Courser back to block? Yeah, I might as well attack with both. Hopefully Tamiyo doesn't die, but we'll see. There's Beast Whisperer. We knew that they had that because they tutored for it. So they're gonna draw cards. Yeah, make bigger guys. I think that's all fine. I do want to charge the relic because now I have a use for the mana. Wood Elves, that's fine too. Let's just put a charge counter here and then let them do their thing. And the Dryad, sure. Play a land, and that's it. Looks like it. All right, let's dredge. And we see a land on top. Then I guess I make blue with this so I can eternalize the champion. Play the land first. Ooh, Treasure Cruise is on top. I do want to draw Treasure Cruise. So eternalize the champion. And I'm going to see my draws. And whenever I see a bad one, I might just dredge Loam. Oh, I should have cast Loam first. I guess I just draw 4 then. Oh, nice. Discard 2. Let's discard Island and Loam so we can dredge this away. But we can just cast Emrakul and we take an extra turn. Maybe this gets them to concede. Who knows? Well, I guess not. And then I don't want to draw too many more things. Tap the Beast Whisperer. I could play this. Does that get me anywhere? Let's just Treasure Cruise. No, don't want to dredge. No, no. And let's cast this, put their Fauna Shaman back on top. So they're just drawing a Fauna Shaman. I mean, also I'm going to Annihilator them, so I think I'm fine with whatever. I'll just pass. Don't want to cast this because then I'm going to deck out. No, don't want to dredge. Grim Monolith on top. Let's just tap their 3/5, something that can actually maybe kill something of mine. And then just go attacking with Emrakul. They really don't want to give up, I guess. Attack with all creatures. Annihilator you. And they sack the Wood Elves. The other creatures. Some lands. Alright. I guess I just cast my Urza. They also take a bunch of damage down to 2. Cast Urza. Yep. always yields, play Lotus Field, get some triggers. Okay, let's see it. What do you have? I'd be really surprised if they managed to get out of this. They escape Uro. Yeah, that's fine. Uro is a good magic card and a good creature, but Emrakul is kind of the end boss of creatures, so Uro's not going to do it. Fauna Shaman. Yep, sure. Nature's Lore. Elvish Archdruid. They scooped this. Well, that kind of went according to plan. We played Omniscience, then first didn't know what to do with it, but ultimately we found some stuff. I think Evacuation looks good against them. Show and Tell can backfire, but I think in general it's just fine. And then what else? Maybe just take out Palinchron. Seems like that might be a little bit late to actually do something. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, I mean, we took Garruk and we took the Lotus Lands, and we are splashing Garruk in our mostly mono blue deck otherwise, just because of this reason. So I sort of feel validated after this, although it is only one game. I have Crop Rotation. I can Crop Rotation for the Lotus Land. It's not great, but I think the rest of my hand is fine. So let's keep. Ooh, Exploration. So our opponent does have a nice start. Do they have the lands and the card draw to keep the engine flowing? Omniscience. Now I just need to find Show and Tell. Oh, they don't have more land drops? Then Exploration really isn't that good. Now there's a land, but probably not more. I think I'm just gonna Ether Gust this. It's not that impressive, but at least it keeps them from ramping. If they put it on top, then they're doing this again next turn. I'm just buying myself some time to get to Urza. No, they put it on the bottom. Life from the Loam. Well, Life from the Loam makes me want to just Crop Rotation. Yeah, I think I do. And I sack an island, and then I just get Lotus Field. I need to sack more lands. That's okay. Still play Urza next turn, and I can loan back these lands to continue making my land drops. I mean, if I got Lotus Veil, I would have been able to do more stuff. Ooh, now they have Courser Exploration. That is actually sort of nice. But now my land is protected. Yeah, Lotus Veil would have let me do more things, but if they have something to kill it, then that's obviously a disaster. Let's just play Urza. And then next turn I can still play Tamiyo. Urza can block their Courser, so I'm not taking any damage. They still only have 4 cards in hand. We know they're drawing an Elvish Archdruid, so I'm not too scared of that. And then there's Uro. I mean, Uro is fine, but the graveyard isn't stocked, and that's really not doing all that much. Oh, the Dryad, so they have all the land drops, but nothing really to do right now. Control Magic. Actually, I kind of like the idea of having a Dryad, so let's take the Dryad then. It's gonna make their plays a little bit worse, and I get to play a Forest. Nothing more, but next turn I get to Loam, get back some of my lands, and start building a mana base again. No use attacking. Oh wait, no, actually, I can still do it this turn, because I have Urza. I forgot that for a moment, so I'll tap the Construct, make green with the Loam, and get back these 3 lands. Then I just play another Forest, and that's fine. Next turn I get to make more land drops. And maybe I should just be dredging Loam then, just to continue making land drops towards this Omniscience. They play Uro. Oh, they have Show and Tell on top. I kind of want them to go for that, honestly. That would be kind of hilarious if they play Show and Tell. And I don't have the green mana for Show and Tell. Boo! I also don't know if they have anything to do with it. Elvish Archdruid. Yeah, sure. Do I just dredge Loam? I guess I can wait 1 turn. Oh, I draw land anyway. Play an island. Play an island. Then let's just tap this for blue. Tap this. Play Tamiyo. Tap their Archdruid. Restrict their mana. I'm not sure if they really need all that much more mana, but I guess this is fine. Not attacking. See if they want to play Show and Tell. Oh, Kozilek. I mean, if they play Kozilek, I can just tap it down with Tamiyo, so I'm kind of protected from that. They do play Show and Tell. Well, let's see it then. I'm going to put in Omniscience, see what they have. They have Ulamog. I can just tap your Ulamog. That's no problem. You don't get the trigger. I mean, I don't really have gas yet, but I sure I will at some point. I'm okay with this. Ooh, they shock, so they have something to do. The Great Henge. Alright, I mean, I still feel okay. Give me some action. Not dredging Loam. Time Warp. I mean, that's action. Play a land. Cast Time Warp with Omniscience targeting myself. I'll tap down Ulamog. That seems like the right thing to do. And then I just start spinning Urza a bunch. I get to do it twice. There's a land. Still have more land drops, so let's play it. And then do it once more. And next turn, I can also just draw cards with Tamiyo, because Ulamog will still stay tapped, even though I don't tap it down next turn. I mean, they also have Kozilek going, Lotusville. I cannot play that. So I guess that's my turn then. I can get in for what? For 1? Yeah, I might as well. Yeah, so I get 1 damage. Always take your points. You never know when they matter. Don't want to dredge Loam. Coalition Relic. That's not a good one. So maybe I just first spin Urza a bunch. Find the land. Not great. Get to do this again. More lands. I guess I'm out of things to do now. So I just draw more cards. Don't want to dredge. Emrakul. That's perfect. Yeah, that'll do it. Then I get to play this with Omniscience. Then I'll play Emrakul with Omniscience. Take an extra turn. They still want to keep playing. No, they don't. Alright. Yeah, show and tell being a trap, but not for us, but for our opponents. Want to know with this deck? Didn't expect it. My opponent's deck maybe also not firing on all cylinders, but I'll take it. On to round 2. Round 2. So far we're able to get Omniscience into play in all of our games. So that's going alright. Our first pick is working. I don't think I want to keep this hand though. It's just turn 4 Urza and that's it. And we're even on the draw, so that's not going to be good enough. This is not that much better. I guess I do keep. What do I put back? I think just crop rotation. It is card disadvantage, and if I had Loam, then I'd be down for it. But without it, I think I can do better. Time Warp. Well, that's some time away, but it might be good at some point. Our opponents started on Forest and an Elf, so they are ramping. Kessig Wolfrun. More Elves and Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze is a little bit annoying because it stops our Loam plan, and we also just drew Treasure Cruise, so not ideal. They also just have 4 power in play already and 5 mana. Looks like, okay, they're attacking for 3 and they're probably playing a 4-drop then if they're not attacking with this elf. Ooh, Rada. Do they have another 1-drop? Yeah, so Allosaurus Shepherd. Ooh, this might be going a little bit too quickly for me. Coalition Relic. Let's just charge this. I'm not going to do anything else with it. And then next turn I get to play what? Time Warp, Tamio, Urza? Yeah, it looks like our opponent is going too quickly. They can pump Radha and deal a bunch of damage that way. We'll see. They can also make all of their creatures 5/5s and then I go down to 2. Right? This Allosaurus Shepherd I think is 6 mana. I think that's probably what they're doing. Yeah, and I'm going down to 2. Oh wait, no, all the elves. So I'm going down to 5. I mean, that's not much better. Not sure what I can draw here. Island's not it. Make a blue. Play an island. Let's just time warp then. See if we can find something else. Don't really know what, but I guess we find out. Ether Gust. Yeah, let's make blue. And then I can Ether Gust their Shepherd, so they can't make their creatures 5/5s. And then I play Urza. I mean, I'm still in a heap of trouble. And I think that maybe Wolfrun can already kill me, but we'll make them do it. Looks like they've figured it out, but we'll see. So let's just block the biggest guy, block this. I guess Wolfrun doesn't just kill me then, but they do get to kill my Urza. And then I'm still kind of stuck. Not really any further ahead than I was last turn. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have blocked the Radha, but if my construct dies, then Urza is not going to get me anywhere anyway. So, yep, Urza down. My guy trades for their Skoos, and I'm still facing down a bunch of lethal attackers. So it's Champion of Wit. Not sure what I can draw. Yep, Palinchron, and I'm just dead. Alright, that was not good enough. What can I do versus them? I think I want to take out Palinchron. Maybe that card should just not be in the main. And then Evacuation seems good. And Insubstantiate maybe? I mean, I also need to make sure that I have enough action to actually win the game with. So maybe I just keep it at this. Yeah, let's keep it at this and see. Okay, we have Lotus Veil, Life from Loam. Not that much else, but I think I'll keep this. Our deck doesn't have that many early plays anyway, so mulliganing to them doesn't make sense. Play an island, pass. I really hope they don't have some sort of wasteland forest, so no 1-drops, that's good. Garruk Lotus Veil is a combo, so that's good. And then I guess I don't want to play Garruk just yet. And I don't want to play the Lotus Veil next turn. I think I'll just play the champion first, have a creature on the board, and then the turn after I'll play the Lotus Veil and the Garruk and do some stuff. They chose red, makes sense. I'll just play forest, play the champion. Yep, I can discard Life from Loam if I think I need more lands. We'll see what we draw. Ooh, Chrome Mox and an Emrakul. Guess I want to discard the Chrome Mox and probably, maybe not. Maybe I just want to discard this island. And if I discard Lotus Veil, the next turn I can, yeah, I can't really do it. So I can discard Emrakul. Yeah, that's fine. That shuffles back in. I don't really need it right now. And then the Chrome Mox can maybe do something with Mind's Desire on some turn. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to cast Emrakul just off of Lotus Veil and Garruk. That's not going to be a thing. They get to play a 4-drop. Huntmaster of the Fell. Alright, that's okay. Oh, Show and Tell? Guess we should have kept the Emrakul. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'll play Lotus Veil. Sack an island and a forest. And then just, well, if I play Garruk, then that really doesn't help. They'll be able to kill it if they have something. I can also just make a beast. Making a beast, but then if they don't play anything, they flip their Huntmaster, kill my champion, and kill my Garruk that way. So I guess I just play Garruk, untap 2 lands, and then I play Life from the Loam, get these 2 back. Yeah, this is really not as good as I was hoping for. Oh, I only got back 1 land? No! I mean, it's not the worst, but it is kind of a waste. Just pass then. I should have just kept the Emrakul and hoped to draw the Show and Tell. And then I would have Show and Tell an Emrakul. Guess not. I mean, I hope my Garruk lives, but I could see it dying. And Burn Spell already kills it. Oh, what is this? Questing Beast. Well, Garruk down. And then what? What am I going to do? Really do not know. And they're attacking with Huntmaster and the Wolf. The Questing Beast is also coming at Garruk. Did they not read the text on Questing Beast? I will trade with the Huntmaster. I cannot block the Questing Beast anyway. Questing Beast will deal damage to me, and then it will also deal damage to a Planeswalker. So they're missing out on 4 damage here, really. And actually more. And they're giving up their Huntmaster in a trade. Ah, they're saying that. Yeah, they really didn't need to do that. I don't want to Dredge Loam, I don't think. Omniscience. I mean, we didn't come here not to cast Omniscience. So let's just play Show and Tell. Play Omniscience. Hopefully they don't have some sort of acidic slime or whatever. Verdur's Gearhulk. Well, that's also going to do a number on us. I get to play Chrome Mox and then Mind's Desire. I mean, I'm far from in this game, but maybe Mind's Desire pulls me out of it. Yeah, don't want to exile anything. No, don't accidentally click Mind's Desire. Cast this with Omniscience, and now we need to hit at least something. Lotus Field, that's not it. Seagate Oracle, something. And Crop Rotation. Yeah, let's just play Seagate Oracle then. Go looking. Maybe we can find something. Ether Gust. I guess I'd take the Ether Gust. That does more than any of these other cards. Cannot play Lotus Field and actually get me anywhere. I guess I can Crop Rotation and thin my deck. Sack the island. And then just get Prismatic Vista. Fetch. Get a forest. And then play this land. And then this Lotus Field is going to be exiled forever. I have Ether Gust to protect me from some sort of removal spell on Omniscience, but I do not yet have the mana to Champion of Wits. Still need to draw something. I can just put Verdur's Gearhulk on top and buy myself a bunch of time that way. I think I probably should. I mean, I'm out of action and it needs to come off the top, but we'll see. I'm just taking 4. I'll block the Wolf. Hopefully they cannot blow up Omniscience, but I think they would have done that first. Heritage Druid, and what else? Radha. Life from the Loam. No, I'm 2 mana off of getting back this guy, so better not Loam. Draw land anyway. Just play it. Next turn if I draw a land. I think next turn if I get a next turn at least. Maybe I don't. I don't know. We'll see. I think I do. Yeah, they can make this 8 power. And then they don't have mana to also activate Radha. Yeah, there's the Verdur's Gearhulk. So I do want to Dredge Loam. And then if I hit Emrakul, that's unfortunate. But otherwise, I can get to play Loam off of the Omniscience, get back 2 lands, and that will allow me to get back the Champion, I think. And then I can draw more cards that way. So I do want to make that play. Yeah, they should just attack with everything. Oh, they're not. I'm just going to throw my Seagate Oracle under the bus. That seems better. And then I just hope to not dredge into Emrakul. I'm down to 5, so let's check. Yeah, Champion of Wits is 7. So let's Dredge Loam. Didn't hit Emrakul, so that's good. Cast this, get back Prismatic Vista, Island, and another island. I'm just going to fetch. The damage is not going to end up mattering. I need to pull something out of my ass this turn. Get another island, and then get back Champion of Wits. It's going to draw me 4. Yep, don't want to Dredge Loam. Preordain, that's a good one. Land's not good. Urza's fine. Well, I guess Urza doesn't actually do anything here. And another land. Well, this Preordain has to do some work then. Cast Preordain. Coalition Relic. That I don't want to draw, and I also don't want to draw this land. So don't want to dredge either. Forest. I think I'm just dead then. I can play Urza, I can't spin it, and I'm just going to die to this Trampler. Yep, didn't get there. I still did get Omniscience into play, so there's that. But Emrakul was 1 card down. Ah, that's painful. Never look. Round 3, we have this Palinchron in hand, which I think I should just be taken out of my deck. But I do have Preordain, I have Life from the Loam, and this Lotus Veil. I need to find one land, and then I can dredge, and I'll have Garruk to untap this Lotus Veil. So this seems like something I want to keep. We are on the draw, so we'll have an extra draw, but we are behind. We'll see. An island. Show and tell. Okay, now I need to find lands in Emrakul. Ooh, Ramanap Excavator. I do think I just keep both. If something bad happens to Ramanap or whatever, I can still do Life from Loam's shenanigans. Is it Signet? We just play a land and pass. Tolarian Academy, so some sort of artifact deck. Master of Ethereum. Academy tapping for 2, but they're not doing anything. We draw another land. I'm just going to play Lotus Veil, sack these 2, play the Ramanap. Maybe they counter this. That would be somewhat annoying, but I still have Loam. That resolves. Okay. I mean, hopefully... Oh, they Pongify my guy. That's fine too. I still have the Loam actually, so I do not really mind all that much. They do have a bunch of mana. Grand Architect. Nice. But they only have 2 cards left. They probably don't want to attack. No. Ooh. Aminatu's Augury. If I get that to go off, that could be sweet. Let's play Garruk. And then untap both my lands. Play Life from the Loam. And I'll get back 2 lands. Can't play anything else. This Garruk is well protected. And yeah. They only have 2 cards in hand, so they'll need to draw some things off the top because they've basically had a bunch of mana already. Sky Diamonds, just more mana. Now I do need to throw my ape under the bus to keep Garruk around. I'm happy to do so, no problem. Yeah, they probably... no. Maybe they should have just sent with the Architect also to just at least get 1 damage in. It's very unlikely that I want to eat their Architect just to mess with them. Don't want to dredge. Omniscience. So I think I just play... my land, tap this for blue, tap this for blue, untap this, and then I just play Show and Tell, put in Omniscience, and go from there. Hopefully this doesn't backfire, but who knows. They didn't have anything. Let's cast Aminatu's Augury. I get to exile the top 8 cards. You put a land card into play, so Forest, and then I get to cast all of these. I get to cast 1 creature. I guess this is better than making mana though. So cast Urza, and I also get the Mind's Desire still. Cast this as my artifact, and then cast Tamiyo, float a bunch of mana. Actually get the Palinchron also. So I can just make Infinite Storm, right? Yeah, I can make Infinite Storm. Okay, this is a thing. Yeah, this is a thing I can do. I can make Infinite Storm, then I can make Mind's Desire. Mind's Desire for my whole deck. The only thing is I need to make sure that I do not actually deck. Yeah, I guess I didn't untap my lands. That's not that big a deal. I just have infinite mana anyway. And I can also just activate Urza a bunch. So I'll do this a bunch of times just so I don't have to Urza all the time. Make some mana, and then at some point I'll just Mind's Desire with enough cards in my deck left. And that should be fine. This is kind of funny. Cast this with Omniscience, untap my lands, make a bunch of mana. So I'll do this a bunch of times and then I'll just cast Mind's Desire. Okay, so I've done this 12 times now. I'll just cast Mind's Desire. If I need to go any further, then I still can, but I don't want to deck myself and not be able to win. Ether Gust, Time Warp. Well, Time Warp's also gonna be great. Yep. So we didn't find Emrakul. Oh no, we did. There's Emrakul and a scoop. Alright, that went well. We show and tells for Omniscience and then got to go off with Palinchron and Aminatu's Augury. Yeah, and Garruk, the plan with the Lotus Veil kind of worked. We didn't really need it, but it was going to work. It was just going to be slower. So let's see. Any changes? I mean, Nature's Claim is probably fine. And then what else? Not really sure I want anything else. Is there anything I can cut? Palinchron was sweet there, but it was very specific. Ether Gust. Ether Gust is actually terrible, so that's an easy cut. Yeah, Ether Gust is terrible. Let's take that out. Ooh, this is a fine hand. Preordain, Life from the Loam, Seagate Oracle, Tamiyo. Preordain makes me want to keep every hand almost. Library of Alexandria. That does mean they're going to draw a bunch of cards, but it does also mean that they're a little bit slow. Ooh, we found Grim Monolith. There's Omniscience, but I don't think I get to keep either of those. I just want to find a blue land to be able to play Tamiyo. Huh, Emrakul. Perfect. Yeah, they go draw cards, but that does mean they're not really doing anything else. They get to play a land. Do they have another spell? Oh, Serum Visions. Okay. See where they scry. 2 cards on bottom. I like seeing 2 bottoms. Then let's go play our forest. Just play the Grim Monolith, some ramp, and now I just need to find a blue source. At least we have Seagate, Oracle, or Champion of Wits next turn. Yep, the library, and play a Sky Diamond. Okay, so they're now developing mana, and soon the library will just be a benefit. So let's go play, I guess I just play Temur and tap their library. So they're no longer drawing extra cards. Next turn, we can just play Champion to block maybe if they play a creature, or I can spend a turn untapping the Monolith. We'll see. Omniscience is on the bottom currently, together with Urza. And this Emrakul is a card I think I want to discard. If I draw Show and Tell, that's good, but otherwise I don't think there's a realistic way for me to cast it. Siren Storm Tamer. And what else? And Soul Artifact. Aye, that is a problem. So Temur is dead now. Okay, yep, Temur dies. And then what? Ooh, Aminatu's Augury. If I untap my Grim Monolith and I draw a land, then I can do that. But I guess my big things are all on the bottom, so maybe it's not even that good. Let's just draw some cards. There is a land, and there's a Loam. I guess Loam's pretty bad right now. Crop Rotation, discard Emrakul for sure. Crop Rotation Loam could be nice, but I think I just got rid of... Yeah, I think I get rid of the Loam. Everything shuffles back in anyway. Now I have some time to block this Sky Diamond. Next turn I just untap my Grim Monolith, don't do anything else, and then hope that this Aminatu's Augury resolves, finds me Emrakul or Omniscience and other stuff to do. I think that's my best bet. What is this? Lodestone Golem. I mean, that is somewhat annoying, but I can still beat it. Does that also mean that I need to pay extra for the spells I get off of this? I don't think it means that, but maybe. Let's just pass. They are beating me down. Umazawa's Jit. Alright. Equip the Lodestone. And they swing in for 11. So next turn I'm just dead. So this needs to hit some good stuff. I mean, we're going to look at 8 cards. So I imagine there's a decent chance to find something. Don't forget to untap the Monolith. And just play a forest. And then let's cast this. We get to put in a land. I'll put in... Lotus Veil doesn't do anything. So let's put in Island. Let's put in... Oh, I need to pay. Whew. Luckily I can do that. And then I can only play spells from my hand. I can play Crow Mox as my artifact. That's already can exile Crop Rotation, so I have more mana. Then can I cast this? Oh, I also need to pay? Oh man, this Lodestone Golem is really messing with me. Lodestone Golem is insane against my Omniscience strategy. I thought it would just work, but I guess it doesn't. Now what do I do? I mean, Control Magic doesn't work. Show and Tell really doesn't get me anywhere. Honestly, I'm thinking I'm just dead then? Wait, can I Treasure Cruise and then delve away a card? Yes, I can. And then maybe... Okay. Now I get to cast Emrakul and pay mana for that. Wow. Treasure Cruise so I can delve and pay the cost for the Lodestone Golem is what got me out of this game. I mean, I'm thinking that this is going to be enough. We take an extra turn. And then I can't play anything else, but that's okay. And next turn I get to play Time Warp and I'll have all my mana again. Wow. Lodestone Golem stopping my spells from my Aminatu's Augury, stopping my spells from Omniscience, having a Crow Mox in hand to exile Crop Rotation, and then being able to pay for the 1 extra on my Treasure Cruise by delving. Those were some crazy interactions. If you told me that that was going to come up this game, I would not have believed you. I mean, we're attacking for 15, annihilating them. Let's do this first, make them think they have a chance, and then play Time Warp. Maybe a little bit of a dick move, but I want to see them be annihilated. How dare they stop my Omniscience by playing Lodestone Golem. Wow, that was insane. All of those things had to line up perfectly. Magic is a crazy, crazy game sometimes. Now I feel bad. My opponent is making choices about what they should sack, and it doesn't really matter because I'm going to Time Warp after this as well. Yeah, I really need to hit kind of perfect here, and I really did. Let's just Time Warp, and that should do it. And they concede. Nice. First picking Omniscience, and we kind of got to do it. One time, our opponent was just a little bit too efficient and fast, and we lost. But the other times, the deck kind of performed. We got to put Omniscience into play 5 out of 6 games, I think. Something like that. And yeah, this was a fun one. I'm glad I first picked Omniscience and saw where that led me. I hope you enjoyed this one too, and I'll be back for more.